One of the best ways I've found to slow down is to live seasonally. The dramatic weather of the Scottish Highlands means that the landscape can radically change every 3 months. Each season brings its own joy, if you know where to look.
One thing that doesn't change throughout the seasons is getting outside. I'm outside all year round, partly because I have a dog, obviously, and a border collie at that, so quite an energetic one. She needs a lot of walking, but I'm so grateful to have that because I don't know what I would do with myself if I didn't go out walking every single day. Sometimes it's only 20 minutes, it doesn't have to be super long, but I didn't do a walk one day a weekend recently because Sky was away with her dad and it wasn't very nice weather, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll just not walk today, and I felt off all day. I just didn't feel right. I couldn't settle, so I ended up going for a walk in the afternoon. But yeah, there's so many benefits, and I think walking every day all through the seasons shows you the seasons changing and makes you feel so much more connected to nature. Like today is a beautiful spring morning and I can hear all the birds. I'm just above the marsh here, inch marshes, so you can hear all the geese and the curlew and the waders, and everything's starting to breed and everything's very busy, and it's just, yeah, every season I think this is my favourite season. But spring and autumn have always been definitely some of my favourites, but yeah, I do think going outside every day all through the seasons is really, really special.
Reading seasonally is something I've only started recently. By being more intentional with the books I choose, my inner world can reflect what's going on in my outer world. It's a magical experience.
We are so blessed today with this weather. It's an absolutely stunning spring day here in Scottish Highlands. We don't get much weather like this, so when we do, it's just amazing. And I knew this afternoon, as soon as I finished work, I needed to run out and play with the dog. So I've come down to our favourite little river spot here that is pretty much always deserted, which is amazing. And I brought my books, and this year I'm having a love affair with children's classics, and I'm just thinking they are the ideal books for spring. I do enjoy lighter reading probably in the spring, summer, and especially in spring for me it's the season of hope. So reading children's classics is just incredibly hopeful for me and just beautiful, and I'm really enjoying The Secret Garden. I only ever seen the movie before, and it was one of my favourite movies when I was a child, so rereading this is like remembering all those scenes from that 90s adaptation of The Secret Garden. But obviously the books are always better, so I'm really enjoying that. I read Alice in Wonderland earlier this year, and that's just, is there anything that compares with Alice in Wonderland? Nothing touches it for magic for me, so love that. And I cannot wait to get reacquainted with Anne in Anne of Green Gables, because she was my absolute hero when I was young teenager, well, her kind of age, when I first fell into her world, and I read all of them multiple times, but it's now been a very, very long time since I've read it, so I cannot wait to read that, because she is probably the most hopeful character out there. I think the way she can romanticize everything is just completely inspiring, and on a day like this life feels very easy to romanticize. So yeah, I have been just loving reading for the season now. It's definitely something I'm going to continue with, and yeah, I'm definitely going to get some more children's classics and escape into those beautiful worlds. I just wanted to take a second to introduce the sponsor of this week's video, and that is Skillshare. If you've watched my videos before, you know I am a massive fan of Skillshare. I've been a paying customer of their service for years, and it's my favourite online learning platform. What I love most about Skillshare is they really support people in creating their own career paths. They recognise that work isn't one size fits all, and they have so many amazing career focused classes on there. Most recently, I've been really enjoying learning about how to use Notion. Notion is a great platform to use, but it takes a little bit of time to get to grips with it. I really enjoyed Ali Abdal's Notion masterclass, Maximise Your Productivity and Organisation. It's super thorough and gives a really in-depth overview on everything you need to know to get started with Notion from scratch. I also loved Anna's class, How to Use Notion to Organise Your Life. This class in particular was really fun to take because it showed you lots of different ways to alter the aesthetic of your Notion to read your personal tastes and make it look pretty. I've really enjoyed learning about Notion, and it's really boosted my productivity and helped me in both my personal and work life. It's also mean that I've been able to set up another income stream for my business, as I am now selling my own Notion template on my brand new Etsy store. I've been so excited to set up my own Etsy store, and I know it's something that a lot of people are interested in as it's a great income source. Skillshare also has lots of different videos on Etsy. I particularly enjoyed Tiffany Emery's class, Etsy Launch, How to Open an Etsy Shop Like a Professional Seller. It was a really well put together class, and I felt so much more confident in setting up my Etsy store after watching that. I could go on and on about how much I love Skillshare, but it really is a fantastic platform, and I've loved the fact that since I've chatted about it in a couple of my videos now, some of you have tried it and told me how much you enjoyed it and how much value it's added to your life, and that just means the world to me. If you're interested in perhaps joining Skillshare, then the first 1,000 people to click on the link in my description down below can get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare, so you can try out all these amazing classes. Thank you again for Skillshare for sponsoring this week's video. It's always a pleasure working with them.
Seasonal eating has so many benefits. The food is often cheaper, tastier, and more environmentally friendly, as you can support local farmers and avoid unnecessary air miles. It adds a lovely variety to my tiny home pantry.
I am actually so impressed with myself with this cake. It smells amazing. Wish you could smell it. But I think it looks alright. I've never made lemon cake before. I'm not as much of a confident baker as I am a cook, because I'm a little bit slapdash, I think, and with cooking you can get away with it, and baking you have to be quite precise. But it looks good. I've had a wee nibble. Tastes alright. I'm not sure if I'll bother icing it. I kind of just want to eat it as it is, but we'll see. I'll let it cool. But yeah, I thought it was a really nice spring thing to make. Lemons feel spring-like to me, and yeah, I'm excited to get into the sort of spring summertime when my diet shifts quite a lot and I eat a lot more fresh stuff, lots of greens. I want to grow my own greens again. I grew some like lettuce and spinach and stuff last year, just in a few pots, so I want to do that again this year because that was really, really nice. But yeah, I can't wait for that to cool. I'm waiting for it to cool. Might ice it, or more likely probably just have it as it is with a cup of tea.
For those of you that maybe don't know, I do tend to keep a more minimal capsule wardrobe. Obviously part of that is because we live in a tiny home, so we don't have a huge amount of space, but it's also my preferred way to keep my clothes, keep things simple. Means I can invest in higher quality and better brands, although a lot of my stuff is secondhand as well, which is handy. But I have decided that I used to keep everything out, but this year, over the last couple of seasons, I have decided to put away some clothes. So I've put away some winter bits nice and safe in this bag. So this is like a couple of my thicker winter coats and a couple of my thicker jumpers. So it's not a huge amount of stuff, but it's enough that it does like take up space in my wardrobe. So it is really nice to have that away, and it means that I've got just my more warmer layers out. now, so it's probably busier in terms of hanging clothes. I've got a lot of my dresses and stuff out, although I do wear a lot of this year round because I do like to layer things. There's just a few pieces in the summer and the winter that I just don't wear in different months, so I really like doing that. It just freshens up your wardrobe a little bit and you get excited to bring out your other clothing again. It's almost like shopping your own wardrobe, which is great. And I have got a couple of new pieces this spring, so I wanted to share those with you.
So this is the first piece that I got this year, a couple of days ago actually, so brand new. It's a pinafore type dress here, so you have buttons at the front. It's called nickel, the colour, so it's kind of like a darky blue, and then you've also got buttons on the side here. I'll go back so you can see, hopefully, maybe. It goes down about calf length. I'll let you see back there, and it's got pockets at the sides and also at the back, and I love a lot of pockets in dresses, and I really like pinafores because they're so easy to layer, so this is the kind of thing I can wear all year round. It's a bit more fitted than my other pinafores, so I'm probably more likely to wear it in the warmer months, which is what I wanted, like under a t-shirt or like a light sweater or something. And this is from Sea Salt. I got it new. I often get Sea Salt stuff from their eBay. They've got an eBay outlet, but I actually got this new, but it was in the sale, and I've been looking for another pinafore for probably almost a year now because I'm so picky with clothing. So yeah, really pleased with this one. Obviously with all Sea Salt stuff, it's a really high quality, and yeah, it's going to be lovely to wear this spring. So the next piece I wanted to show you guys were these new dungarees. So I got these actually in December, but I've not been able to wear them because they're super lightweight, which is what I wanted. I actually tend to shop seasonally, so I'll shop 4 times a year for the upcoming season, but in December I didn't need much for my winter wardrobe, so I thought I'd get something for my spring wardrobe instead. So I've been waiting to wear these, and I finally put them back in my wardrobe to start wearing them. They're from the brand Passenger, which is another UK brand based down in England, and they are an outdoor brand in the sense they do lots of outdoor clothing, and they also are more sustainable than a lot of outdoor brands, and I think more affordable with a bigger range as well. I'm a big fan. I think they're doing really good stuff. But yeah, I got these dungarees. They're like a forest green colour. See if you can probably won't see all the way down to my feet, but hopefully you see most of it. And it's basically like wearing nothing because they're so lightweight, and I like to be able to sort of move around a lot in my clothing, and these are perfect for that. You've got the back is slightly lower, and then they're just tied straps, so super adjustable, and yeah, I cannot wait to start wearing these more. And forgot to say, I will link these down below, and if these items aren't currently in stock anymore, I think the pinafore was like a few left on Sea Salt. I'll link the brands just so you can check them out because yeah, I'm a massive fan of both of them. I hope you enjoyed this video and got a bit more inspiration of perhaps how you can live seasonally or use the seasons to slow down. Remember that you can click the link in my description below to claim that free trial with Skillshare, and if you do try any of the classes, please do share in the comments because I always love to learn from you guys. Thank you very much for watching as always, and your continued support on this channel, and I will see you guys next week.